Recorded Books and RB Digital present Crazy Wanda by Terry Goodkind, narrated by Elizabeth Rogers. Crazy Wanda by Terry Goodkind. Just as Angela was locking her pickup before going into her bartending job at Barry's place, trouble rolled up on a rickety pink girl's bicycle. Under the harsh glare of the light on the power pole at the edge of the lot, the frayed bill of the man's leather baseball cap cast a shadow down over his gaunt face. His tattered white undershirt had tea-colored stains. The way his lips sank in around an unfiltered cigarette betrayed the fact that he was all gums. By his rattling cough as he had coasted to a stop, Angela was pretty sure that he either had lung cancer or was well on his way to getting it. The old man spread his legs and planted his feet on the ground to steady the bike as he cleared phlegm from his throat. He leaned to the side to spit out a big wad. At least he spit away from her. His gaze drifted up from her knee-high boots, up her bare, long legs and cut-off shorts, finally reaching her face. He squinted his left eye against a rising curl of smoke as he took a drag from the cigarette between his sunken lips. The glow from that long drag momentarily lit the coarse stubble covering the contours and folds of his leathery skin. He took the cigarette from his mouth with the first two fingers of his left hand and flicked off the ash.
Well, well, well,
he drawled in a raspy voice that still possessed the hint of a once tough man.
Didn't you grow up to be as pretty as an angel?
Angela was scowling. She had seen him panhandling in the parking lot before, but this was the first time he had ever approached her. She'd parked with her front bumper almost touching the wall of the bar. He was straddling his bike at the end of the gap between her truck and the car in the next spot. Without a word, she started to go past him. He put a hand out to lean against the side of her truck and block her path. It looked to her like the practiced reflex of a man who had used that same move to stop countless young women. "Get out of my way," she said with menace. He gestured beseechingly with the hand holding the cigarette.
Might you give an old friend a bit of help?
"We aren't old friends," she said. She knew what help drunks and crackheads usually wanted. She had no intention of giving him any of her money. She worked hard and didn't want what she earned going up in smoke.
Oh, but we are,
he said, squinting at her with the one eye without smoke in it.
I'm Albert. I'm your father.
Angela was caught off guard for only an instant. She huffed a laugh. Yeah, right. I don't know an Albert.
I was a friend of your mother, Sally.
So were lots of guys. Any one of the drunks, tweakers, or dealers who hung around their trailer could have been her father. It wasn't like it would have been a rare conquest. Neither her mother nor the degenerates she slept with gave paternity much thought. Over the years, Angela saw all those men up close, many without their clothes. To Angela, it didn't matter which one of them had fathered her. They were all psychos. She didn't remember Albert hanging around the trailer when she was little, but then it was hard to remember all the creeps she'd seen back then. Since she had no intention of giving this man any money, talking to him would be pointless. She needed to get inside for her shift. As she went to push past him, he rolled his bicycle forward, planting the front wheel against the truck's back fender to pen her in.
I just need some money to help me get by. Can't you see your way to giving your poor old dad a 20?
Much to his helpless annoyance, Angela grabbed the bike's head tube, lifted the front end, and set it aside. That was when he pulled a knife.
You look like you could easily spare a 20 for your needy father,
he said with a cunning grin. Even though it was a relatively small knife and in poor condition, it was easily big enough to be lethal.
But since you want to be such a heartless little bitch about it, I'll take all you got.
Because she was conceived by addicts and had spent 9 months developing in a womb awash with alcohol and every kind of illicit drug her mother could get her hands on, It was something of a miracle.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.